So when we talk about configuration manager prior requirements, one of the things we always bring is the Active Directory. So when you install Active Directory, configuration manager needs to be in a domain. So the configuration manager server needs to be in a domain. There are many configurations you can have, but for any one of the configurations, what you need to have is a domain functional level. So looking at Microsoft at the moment, the minimum supported for functional level would be Windows Server 2008. So if your domain level is below 2008, it's not recommended. It does work, but Microsoft may not support you if there is any specifics on the domain. So just check if the domain level is 2008. The second thing we need is the schema. So we need to extend the schema, and how exactly we extend the schema and why we do actually extend the schema. So we extend the schema just using the AD-EXT AD-SCH tool, or you can use the config AD schema LDF that actually has all the information, and we create the system management container. So why we do this? So it will help us as administrator to do stuff. So what exactly this? If the configuration manager client to find the nearest management point, or to find which one is the configuration manager server, stuff like that. It's not required, so you don't need to have the schema extended. It's optional, but it helps in terms of the measurement, so it's easy to do the measurement. So which options we are going to do? So this is my domain controller, so I'm log on. I will log on as administrator and the password. So on the domain controller, so in this case you can ask your domain admin person to do this on your behalf. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to open now the command prompt as administrator, and I'm going to navigate to the folder where configuration manager source files are. So in your case, here is the training file, sources, SCCM, CB, and I extract the whole file inside extract. And here we have then the SMS setup. So SMS setup, a folder called bin, and then the version is x86 64. And here I have then the ext AD-SCH.exe, and I will then press enter. So quite quickly it will extend the schema, and it saves the data in a log. So if you open the Windows Explorer on C, we have here that we extend the schema log, and then we have all the information about the schema extension. So there are about 14 attributes and about 4 new classes that extend. You can run this many times. So if I run this again, you are going to see here that configuration manager will write already exists. So the change has not happened because already exists. When you do this in a large environment, you need to then to wait the replication. So there are a lot of things your Active Directory person needs to think about: forest replication, domain replication, stuff like that. So this is the first part. The second part, let's bring here, is to create the system management container. So what I'm going to do here is open the administrative tools, ADSI edit, and it will connect to my domain. And here browse to the CN ecosystem. And here what I'm going to do is create a new object. This object will be the type, the class of container. It's like a folder. And the name is going to be system management. Again, those steps are not required. It's just for help the administration. And you finish. The next step is to give the Configuration Manager server or the Configuration Manager site servers full access to this container. So right click, Properties, Security, and here in Advanced. And now I will add a new object, and I could write the Configuration Manager server here, but I have a group, SCCM servers, and I'm going to give full control for this object and all descendants objects. So it's for this folder, any object underneath this folder. And I will click here OK, and OK again. So right now the Active Directory has been prepared. So we have the schema extension and the system container object, and this will help the administration of this system. And lastly, let's go here to administration, the Windows Administrative Tools, and open the Active Directory domain trusts. So in this case, let's check if the domain is non-supported level. So I'm going to right click here, the Classroom Intranet, go to the Properties, and here we can see that the domain functional level Windows Server 2016 and the Forest 2016 as well. So for us, it's really important the domain functional level. So if I go back here to the Microsoft documentation, the domains that supported 2016, 2012, 2012 R2, or Windows 2008 or 2008 R2. So we have down here a supported level. If you need, for any reason, ask your Active Directory team to upgrade the level. So you right click, raise the domain functional level, so and then we can do from here. In this case I read 2016, so there is no need to increase the level anymore. I hope you like this video, and I will be waiting you on the next one. Thank you very much.